if you look at the agenda, probably you see Francesca's name. She's my colleague, and basically I owe her all these presentations, so I'm taking this on her behalf. She could not travel here to Eindhoven. And by the way, thanks for the invitation to the TechBlick organizers. It's really a pleasure to be here and show you the advanced screen printing. So here we're really looking at manufacturing and a study specifically on a medical sensor, all basically produced by printing technology. So first, a few slides on applied and specifically on Baccini, and then a case study on the medical sensor that we developed. Then on the equipment side, basically how we produce that sensor, and we show more detail about our platform and our printer. So Applied is really a huge company. It's probably number one in the semiconductor business. It's, you can see, more than 27,000 employees. So it's a big galaxy. It's multiple business. It's, of course, mostly involved in the semiconductor. There is a service part, and there is also display and adjacent markets. So within this galaxy, we have a smaller unit, and within this small part, we have a tiny cluster in Italy, nicely located close to Venice, where we basically developed screen printing application. And the company is pretty old. It was founded in 1967, same year as Applied. It got acquired by Applied Materials in 2008, and the idea was to basically expand mostly in the PV business. So if you see here, basically our portfolio of products and introduction, we really strive to make the PV business grow a lot. So we were part of this this revolution, we can say, and driving this. But then we decided basically around 2015, 2016 to look into what we call adjacent markets or application and try to diversify our business. And it was a kind of long journey that brings us to 2020, where you see here the release of the Tempo Presto print electronics platform. It's, if you look basically at the numbers, here for PV we are now targeting more than 8,000 substrate per hour. Here with P, it's totally different kind of throughput, but with totally different requirements. So it's really an interesting experience to basically flow the know-how of PV into a totally different application. It's not a single application. It's really a broad spectrum of application, the one we've been developing. We will look at medical sensor, but okay, feel free also to ask about all the other application, because specifically in our lab in Treviso, we basically try to look at all these fields, and of course PV has been really bread and butter for many years. Yeah. Okay, medical sensor and specifically CGM. So we look at continuous glucose monitoring sensor because it's really, I would say, probably the application where we need the highest level of yield, high level of throughput, and is an application which is probably the one where print electronics can really make difference. And okay, quick story. I got okay, with COVID, you know, coffee machines are normally empty, nobody's there. But I had the chance to talk to a colleague last week, and basically his son, 12 years old, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And okay, I was doing just casual chatting with him when I realized this. I said, okay, but we're working on this sensor, and he was really into the details of all the sensors you can get from the hospital, all the brands, all the specifics. So I really put into a perspective an effort that was for us probably 3 or 4 years into something that is very close and very urgent also to get something reliable and something really